Atlantis does not shine. Atlantis endures. I swim closer and angle the lamp to reveal faded spiral patterns on the arch.
The city has layers like memory. I sweep the lamp across a wall relief of concentric rings and continue deeper.
Wealth becomes archaeology. I film the sealstone markings, then lower the lid back into the same groove.
Concentric architecture fits Plato's ringed city story, but proof lives in materials, not myths.
Inside, Atlantis feels like a cathedral that forgot air. I sweep the lamp across a mural fragment showing wave patterns and a sun disk.
Atlantis opens like a drowned amphitheater. I hover above the terrace and film distant towers broken like teeth.
A temple without fire still demands silence. I circle the base to find an intact entrance gap.
Religious symbols repeat when a culture repeats its fears. I follow the rear corridor toward a chamber filled with stacked stone shelves.
Writing survives by becoming stone. I angle the lamp to catch shallow grooves, then back away to keep the tablet undisturbed.
The city still has direction, even in ruin. I swim down the Grand Avenue toward a distant circular dome collapse.
Downward paths feel older than the city above. I descend the spiral ramp carefully, following the safest rubble ridge.
The past is not proven by beauty, but by context that stays consistent. I hold the shot steady, then angle the...
A city built in rings makes direction feel like a circle. I follow the curve and track a line of broken columns like guideposts. I choose the left opening, where the ceiling is higher and debris looks more stable.
Craft rooms tell daily life better than palaces. I sweep the lamp across a table where metal fragments lie fused to stone. Service corridors preserve movement patterns across a city. I follow the corridor, keeping buoyancy high to avoid silt plumes.
Atlantis feels built to guide water, not visitors. I follow the upward slope toward a faintly wider, brighter opening. Streets still point somewhere, even when roofs fall. I follow the center line and avoid jagged stones along the edges. The deeper rooms feel less like ruin and more like burial. I follow the corridor to a sealed stone door cracked open. A vault proves a city expected loss. I leave the chamber exactly as found and glide back through the cracked door. Repeated ring motifs suggest planning, but geology decides what survive. I turn away.
The wall feels like a shoreline turned to stone. I follow the wall until a breached gate appears.
Beyond the ring wall, the city feels more private, more lived in. I follow the alley toward a collapsed dome silhouette ahead.
Every descent trades air for story. I angle the lamp toward a pedestal and a corridor opening beyond it.
Consistent placement of relics near pedestals suggests ritual storage, not random loss. Shrines survive because fear builds them thick. I circle the altar slab and spot a stone box embelled at its base. A roof collapse becomes a new ceiling made of debris. I hover at the threshold and sweep the lamp to map a safe route.
Repeated wavering motifs suggest civic identity, not decoration. I angle the lamp to catch shallow grooves and film the pattern where it survives. Channels hint at water management, even underwater. I follow the channels toward a large circular opening ahead.
Not every descent is worth the risk. I assess the void, then choose a safer side corridor, marked by intact wall ribs.
Back outside, the city's scale returns. I swim through the alley toward a towering gate frame in the distance.
Gate-adjacent caches hint at evacuation, not storage. The pale stripe becomes a map. I follow the channel line until it ends at a circular plaza.
The city keeps pulling downward. I pause at the arch and sweep the lamp inside to assess stability. Relief repetition across districts suggests a single civic cannon. I film the relief at multiple angles to show tool groove depth. A canal that once carried ships now carries silt. I hover at the balcony edge and film the trench curving into darkness.
Upwards. The city ends where the trench begins, but the path continues. I hold the shot steady, then pivot the lamp toward a... Down in the trench, Atlantis feels like a canyon made of architecture. I follow the trench curve toward a broken bridge overhead.
Gate chambers imply controlled flow, not decorative canals. I sweep the lamp across channel grooves and metal green hinge scars on stone.
The trench is a corridor without walls, but it still leads. I follow the curve toward a massive collapsed statue, head half buried ahead. Bridges become thresholds underwater. I pass beneath the broken span and spot a side stair leading into an elevated street.
Civic halls concentrate symbols and storage. I glide over mosaic fragments and head toward a raised platform at the far end. Public rooms leave private questions. I exit and follow the elevated street toward a circular plaza with a fallen obelisk.
Another descent, another wager with collapse. I sweep the lamp across the spiral and choose a ridge with interlocked blocks.
Reliquaries repeating across chambers suggests institutional ritual, not isolated loss.
Rotundas feel like questions with no answer. I circle the wall and spot a stone coffer embedded near a broken column base.
Atlantis spreads out again, broken but wide. I hover and film the skyline, then turn toward a path leading to a larger central district.
Towers function as navigation and ceremony. I orbit the tower base and find a breached doorway leading inside.
Higher ground underwater still feels like power. I climb toward an upper opening where outside light seeps in.
The tower shows the next destination clearly. I hold the shot steady, then pivot toward the central complex route to begin the next sequence. The center looks built to hold crowds, now built to hold silence. I sweep the lamp across a fallen arch and choose an intact gap. Thick walls and controlled corridors signal institutional design. I follow the corridor toward a circular chamber with a pedestal silhouette.
The center keeps records close. I angle the lamp across tablet faces to catch faint spiral and grid marks without lifting any slab.
Artifacts cluster where paths converge, suggesting hurried movement during collapse.
The last rooms feel like the city's final breath. I descend slowly, keeping fins high and lamp low.
Motifs persisting in the deepest vault suggest identity mattered until the end. I film the relief grooves with the lamp at a sharp angle for shadow contrast.
No room down here offers rescue, only evidence. I ascend carefully, keeping the floor untouched.
Leaving feels like waking up. I slip through the gap and head into open streets of ruin.
The remains are not spectacle, only proof of a life that ended underwater. I hold a respectful distance and let the shot linger.
Atlantis survives best as a question, answered by careful context, not certainty.